Yeah, I know exactly what time it is. Exactly what time it is. The more and more I look at pictures of his girl, the more I want her. I don't even like white girls like that. She got some work done too, y'all. She definitely got some work done. So this is Erriyon Knighton's girl. She's definitely entrenched in Black American culture. As a matter of fact, she went to Lausanne, Switzerland, to testify on his behalf. Did y'all see that? A lot of y'all don't even know she went to Lausanne, Switzerland to testify on this dude's behalf in front of the Court of Arbitration for Sport. So let me go back. Let me go back so y'all can see the real deal. So she went and testified on this dude's behalf to try to get him to beat the case. And he ain't beat that case. He ain't beat that case. He should have did the race. Let me show y'all what she said, y'all. Because a lot of time we don't know if a girl gonna ride with us. But she went to the Court of Arbitration for Sport to try to help this man get off. First of all, if y'all want to see what she is on Facebook, this who she is on Facebook. Track, go holler at her. Track her down, hit her up, slide in her DMs. She want to be black. All right, cool. We gonna introduce you to what the real ninjas, what we do, how we get down. So this is her on Facebook. That's her on Facebook. That's her on Facebook. Think she cute. But let me show y'all something though. Because this right here. This right here, y'all, this what y'all gonna find to be like the craziest thing. Y'all gonna find this part to be crazy. Because she was wrong for what she did. Let me show y'all. I think she kind of sexy though. What y'all think, man? She ride on this man back. Erriyon Knighton, man, this dude so pussy whipped. That was on 5/26. She ain't been posting much with him after the decision came down. Man, she look cutie little pie. Cutie pie. Look at her posing in the mirror. Yeah, she always stick her hips out to the side. Yeah, she ain't got no ass. I think she had a BBL recently though, y'all. I do think she did. But let me show y'all something, because she came to court for the man. When she came to court for the man, she let it be known, hey, look. This is what she said, y'all. She testified. She testified on his behalf. It said her name is Miss Ash. Miss Ash, who has dated the athlete for almost 3 years, stated that including the irrelevant time he was taking great care about what he was putting into his body, and that apart from proteins, he was not taking any food supplements. She further stated that once the athlete had been informed about the AAF, which is the adverse analytical finding, she and the athlete tried to collect what they had been eating during the relevant time frame, and recall they had and oxtail while visiting Miss Ash's mother. According to Miss Ash, who acknowledged that she likes oxtail, she did not eat much of the dish, as she had been bartending in Tampa and had been picking food at work. She stated that from the dishes ordered by her mother from Moreno Bakery, she mainly ate on the 22nd of March 2024, the pineapple upside down cake. She repeatedly stated that she only had a little part of the oxtail and that the athlete ate the biggest part over the 22nd and 23rd of March 2024. See, Erriyon Knighton's problem wasn't that he took drugs. His problem was that he went and answered the door and allowed them to bust him out of competition. Because that's really only where people getting caught nowadays. Nobody get caught using drugs at a track meet. And when you read the actual court of arbitration for sport, the report, they said after analyzing everything that would happen to him, because he gave him the hair sample too. Let's not forget that he gave him a hair sample. So when he gave him a hair sample, the people came back and said, you know, the way Erriyon Knighton, the way it came up in his body, it's more consistent with microdosing. Okay, so that means he wasn't cycling Trenbolone, because he'd be stupid to cycle Trenbolone. You understand? He wasn't cycling Trenbolone, he was microdosing Trenbolone. He said, well, maybe I ate the part of oxtail where they put it in the, where they had, it was a concentrated part of the body. It was like, well, we don't put the injection for oxtail in the tail. We put the injection behind the ear for the most part, because behind the tail is mostly bone. So we can't do that. So his whole thing with, you know, this was oxtail, it all fell through the floor because it didn't make sense at all. Not only did it not make sense, they saw right through his BS. So the real question now is, how long will it be before his girl jumps ship on him? How long before his girl completely abandons him? That's what I'm waiting to see. That's what I want everybody to think about. These girls who want to be black, getting spray tans, getting breast implants, getting BBLs. How long will they ride with you? What I'm going to do? Man, I told y'all what I'm going to do, Randolph. I'm sliding her DMs. I'm seeking her out. Look at her. You can see she ready for it. She always poking her hips off to the right. Her right. Our left. You notice how she always stick her hips that way? That's to make her seem thicker than what she really is. I'm not stupid. I didn't bet with women who got big booties. A woman with a butt ain't got to keep sticking her butt out to the left or to the right to make it seem like it's fat. I know what time it is. Her eyes are wide open. Look at her. That girl ain't got to jump to put them jeans on. Them jeans slide right on. Look how loose they are right here. She want to be thick. She want to be a black girl so bad that it's only a matter of time for she have some mixed babies. Because that's what she want. That's all she want, man. Look at her. She keeps sticking her. She wanna have a fat, fat butt. She wanna be thick. Talking about some she oxtail. She don't eat no oxtails. That was a completely made up lie. That's her mama. The girl is a loser. She a failed basketball player, driving Benzes. Look at her. How she drive. She don't do nothing for a living. This her out drinking and having fun. Leather sheets, getting screwed on the beach. Look at her. She ain't got to jump to put them jeans on, man. Them jeans slide right onto her body, man. Y'all know what time it is. Look at her. She keeps showing that thing off. She ain't thick. Erriyon Knighton, he know what to do with that. There ain't a lot of meat to work with. Look at this girl, man. Come on, man. Any man who hitting parlays in track and field can get this right here. Exactly. Exactly, Ricardo. Typical snowflake. That's all it is. She ain't nothing special. How she driving around Benzes, out on trips all the time? She ain't got no job. She listed as a real estate agent or something like that, or insurance agent. But come on, man. She 25 years old. Older than Erriyon Knighton. Look at her, always eating good, meal prep. Look at her, fruit bowls, acai bowls. How she living this good without Erriyon Knighton? Look at Erriyon Knighton all cuddled up with her. This dude nose so wide open. Look at her, man. This girl thinks she really thick. This woman seriously thinks she's thick. I know she rough looking at night when that makeup come off, or the morning. I can't imagine her look. Look, you can see the makeup fading, the tan fade. The girl look rough. Ain't that Erriyon Knighton driving? That's the crazy thing about mixed people, y'all. You could take a below average Mexican, a below average white, below average and everything across the board, have nothing going for themselves. They can go and link up with a black person. All of a sudden, they make good looking kids. The kids all of a sudden are musically inclined. The kids are doing great things. All of a sudden, the kids are talented. The kids become great athletes. They got great personalities, and they get all this type of opportunity handed to them. But the white person alone, some of themselves couldn't accomplish nothing. And this is her. Look at her, got Louis Vuitton belts on, Gucci belts. Pale, exactly. Drive, look at her. Ain't this a big body Benz she driving? That's her with that big body Benz, huh? When you go to her Facebook page, she out in the Dominican Republic. Living good. It's the truth, man. Look at that, man. She came up. These track and field athletes are some of the dumbest dudes out there. All they got to do, these women all do is get a sucker track and field athlete. Oh my God, did you see this text message she posted from Erriyon Knighton? This is what it say. This is a message that Erriyon Knighton sent her. It said did she send it to him? It said Bay unsent the message. I think she sent this to him. She said, from today forward, may God's hands of goodness rest over your life. May you experience his love. May his blessing cover you. May he bless you, lead you, and guard you. Fill you with wisdom, place his hands upon your heart and mind. Bless everything you put your hands on and protect you from anything that will pull you away from him. Keep helping you become more and more blessed so you can bless others from that cross paths. Going through whatever he may throw at you, because with him you can overcome anything. May he protect, strengthen, and walk with you in your journey. She sent that to him on January 19th, 2025. 7 months later, he was banned from track and field. 8 months later, for 4 years. Yeah, there's a big body Benz, huh? That's her pushing that big body Benz, huh? Ain't that crazy? No ass at all. Yes. She out there pushing that big body Benz, probably ain't got no job. She got a business registered with the Secretary of State, but the business was revoked. Totally revoked. Did y'all see that? Like, what does this thought do for a living? She went and registered her name as a business. But the thing is, what does this look, this is her business right here. How do you register your name? She registered her name as a business in Florida. She filed it on the 31st of last year. Right after, around the time he got banned, or the thing came out. Exactly. Her business was dissolved just a few days ago because she filed her annual report. She used their house, 2169 Northwest 100th Street in Gainesville, as the business address. What does this track and field thought do for a living? Can somebody tell me what this track and field thought do for a living? Can anybody tell me what this track and field thought does for a living? Do her and homeboy live together? This is the house in which she registered to do business from. $2169. $2169 right here. What's say 2169 Gainesville? What the address say? 2169 Northwest 100th Street in Gainesville. So that's 2191. That's 66. Was this one? So I know this ain't homeboy crib. This is like the slums. Mirror watching. Is this the slums? Come on, man. So what does this track and field thought do for a living? She came up off of this dude, man. And he's stupid enough to go for it. This is her business. She got registered. I'm like, what the hell did she do? It's like she registered all that to that same address. And this is in straight slums. Middle class, lower middle class neighborhood. You get what I'm saying? So people got to help me understand why a man like Erriyon Knighton would invest so heavily into this track and field thought. She ready to leave this dude. Look at her, man. What does she do for a living? Except run around and get a bunch of tans. She get them tans galore. Try to keep that skin brown. Look at her, out to eat. He footing the bill on everything. Hanging with her friends that want to be black also. I don't get that, man. Look at her. She want to be a Kardashian. Yep. She want to be a Kardashian, man. Look at her, always out to eat. Talking about some she eat oxtail. Girl, you don't eat no oxtail. You don't know what the oxtail is. Look at her. Her and Erriyon Knighton out again. With her horrible tan. So that's why it's got to be a real ninja like me to come along and swoop her up. Look at her. Come on, man. All of a sudden, she makes it seem like she just super thick. I know she been getting them BBL injections, y'all. This dumb dude, Erriyon Knighton, went and got this girl the beans. Look at her. Erriyon Knighton's a doggone fool. He's a young, dumb fool. Look at her. She knows she got her a sucker. She 25 years old. Got the lip injections and everything. That must be when she got her new car. Come on, man. This is total nonsense. So yeah, I just want to go over that, y'all, for y'all to see what type of woman we dealing with out here. So if anybody want to slide up in their DMs, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what time it is. She keep that bronzer on. She want that tan bad. Look at it, y'all. What y'all think? Louis Vuitton. No, it's not a coffin. Look at her. How I save his life. How I save his life, you know. Look at him sending her flowers. I don't know how I saved his life, but the truth of the matter is, he fell in love with this young chick. Look at him. All her pictures with him. Everything in this man's life. This is August of last year. This is about the time he ran the 200 at the Olympics. It didn't do nothing. So he really taking her around the world. She just came back from Lausanne, Switzerland, testifying on his behalf, and he still lost. That's him with it right there. Everything she do. Look, Paris, France. This picture's taken in Paris, France, y'all, in August of 2024. That's about the same time he ran the Olympic final for the 200. Team USA shirt. See, look at this, man. Her family ain't never seen this level of success until this dumb ninja came along. Ain't that crazy how black men just give ourselves away to these type of women with no talent? With nothing going for themselves. I did. But the thing is, it's crazy how black men just give our money away, give our everything away to these nothing talentless females. She running around with Team USA outfits on, out here having lunches, brunches, and interviews by the pool, all off of Erriyon Knighton's dime. And look at her. She posting this stuff, posting the messages she sent to him. Talking about some Team U. Nah, nigga, you Captain Saberho. That's what it really is. Louis Vuitton store in Paris again. It's him at the 200 final. Ain't that crazy? That's when he was lining up. Yeah, she all overseas messing with this dude. Look at all the outfits she got on. Look at her able to enjoy the good life off of Erriyon Knighton. So it's time for this white girl to go back to the slums, man. She's really enjoying life off this dude. Now that that's all over, what is she going to do now? Look at it. Everything, like, this is the flowers he gave her after he made the team. That's from the Olympic trials. Look at this loser, man. Everything in her life come from this dude. All her trips are her trips with him. And that's the truth. So let me show y'all something before I get off here, right? I want to show y'all the opinion that the Court of Arbitration for Sport put out on this clown. Right? So this is what they said. They spoke about how guys are microdosing. They said athletes may try to avoid a positive test results by reverting to smaller dosages in order to stay below the reporting levels, detection limits, or in order to reduce the detection window. So they saying that he was basically microdosing because Erriyon Knighton attempted, like when he beat the case for in front of was it USADA, he gave his what's that called? He gave a hair sample. So they was like, you got to be cycling Trembolone in order for it to come up in the hair. You got to take a lot of Trembolone for it to come up in your hair. A whole lot. So it said she dated him, right? And he kept, and the mama spoke too. Her mama said he's a humble person who was very focused on his career. And she was able to pull that stuff up from her debit card information. The only problem is, this is what he said about himself. Thank you, Randolph. This is what he said himself. The athlete explained he played American football before getting into track and field, and he participated in his first competition at age 15. He progressed fast, and at age 16 years old, he ran the 200 in a time of 20.3 seconds. He continued to progress well and participated in the 2020 Tokyo Games, where he finished 4th in the 200. After some promising results, he signed a professional contract at the age of 17 and started training with Coach Holloway in the beginning of 2021. He stated he'd been registered in the testing pool since 2021, and he received anti-doping education. He also stated he's been tested 40 to 50 times. He said he was only taking some protein powder at the time he tested positive. In March 2024, he was training and running 400 meters to build up his strength. He was not focusing on the sprints. His goal for 2024 is to become Olympic champion. He said he never took Trembolone or any other banned substances. He said he ate the oxtail. So this is the problem, right? So they started talking about the residuals, right? About how they implant at the meat plants, they implant devices onto the animals that can inject the animal with the Trembolone. And it says this product has been approved in the USA since 1987. It was deemed very safe when used for growth promotion in cattle. According to the literature and to the latest published article, the residuals found in the edible tissues of the cattle so treated is in the range of 0.1 nanogram per gram. The normal implant area for Trembolone implants is behind the ear of animals, and it will almost be impossible to place such an implant in the tail of the animal. This is because the tail has a very high bone content. In the United States, the cattle normally receive several implants, one after another, the initial dose being around 100 milligrams, and the following doses increase in order to obtain the same biological response out of the later implants. In response to a question from the panel, Professor Johnson declared that he has never seen Trembolone being injected in a feedlot where the cattle are kept prior to being sent to the abater or whatever that is. If Trembolone had been injected before the animals enter the feedlot, in his opinion, there will be no residuals in these animals once they left the feedlot due to the short half-life of Trembolone. So the thing is, he said that they don't inject Trembolone into the tail head because it's all bone. The doctor said, Dr. Garza said, it's the first time in 46 years of working in the industry that he hears of someone will place an implant somewhere else than the back of the ear. So it's crazy because they went through a lot of data to see if Erriyon Knighton's story could hold up. The problem for Erriyon Knighton and what actually got him busted is the fact that he didn't think about the concentration levels. He was trying to microdose, y'all. Microdose. It said, this professor stated, in light of the almost 300,000 athletes. Is that 300,000? I don't know if I think that's 300,000. 300,000 athlete samples, which were tested in the Montreal laboratory. A concentration like the one detected in the present matter, which is 1.3 nanograms per milliliter, is not consistent with meat contamination scenario. It's not consistent. See, this is what he said. The consumption of muscle tissue of animals is no source of concern for trenbolone findings, and the levels that were expected to be found in the meat of animals treated with trenbolone would be insufficient to produce what happened to Erriyon Knighton. They expressed the view that considering that top athletes know they're subject to anti-doping protocols, one would not expect them to take the same doses of anabolic steroids as other active users. She further gave the opinion that an intake or an injection of 100 milligrams of testosterone or other steroids could not be detected in a hair analysis. Only a full cycle of several weeks of massive dosage would show in such analysis. Hypothesizing a single dose or micro dosage, she commented that neither would be detectable in hair. Let's remember, guys, Erriyon Knighton did a hair sample to try to prove that he wasn't using drugs long term. It wasn't detected in his hair. So he was saying, hey, y'all, look, I don't have it in my hair. So what they came and said, yo, it's not in your hair because you were microdosing. So they were saying, yeah, the levels that are in meat are so low that there's no way it could produce what was in Erriyon Knighton's body. Professor Kiss testified that he was asked to analyze hair samples of the athlete and that both specimens he tested were negative, indicating clearly the athlete was not on a cycle of trenbolone. Trenbolone would have to be used in a cycle of 6 to 8 or 10 weeks each day in order to have the effect on the athlete, and such a cycle would show up in the hair analysis. He noted that there are individual variations in animals. So basically what he's saying, he was microdosing, y'all. He was basically microdosing. And after, going through all that, homeboy kept up his lie. He kept up his lie. He tried to hold it all the way to the end. They just didn't believe him because the science didn't match up to what he said. This case is very similar to what happened to Isam Mazinga. Thanks, homie. Thanks, Ricardo. I'm about to end this in a minute, but I just wanted y'all to know how this guy got busted, because it was a complete and total fabrication. Microdosing, that's all it is. Microdosing. So when you pull the hair, it don't come up say, hey, he was using it long term. It was just a mistake. No, what it really was, you were trying to microdose, so it don't be so deeply embedded into your system where nobody could be like, hey, look, he was doing it for a long time. That's the problem. So one of the funny things that I found, the things I found funny in this, was when they said that they knew that people would be abusing this drug. They said, man, we knew people would be abusing trenbolone because it has strong anabolic effects. Very strong anabolic effects. Let me show y'all. And it says it right here. Okay, so it says World Athletics, as clear from some reports, the list of Trembolone cases in athletics is as well as a arbitration for sport. Trembolone would, due to its strong performance enhancing effects, be a problem in athletics, and many athletes caught would try to explain their adverse analytical findings on meat contamination. However, in most cases, the explanation provided by athletes did not work in terms of the pharmacokinetics, except for one bad precedent for 2019. Panels have systematically rejected explanations of source where the science has not supported them. The same should apply in the present case. That's the issue. So they're saying, hey, look, before Erriyon Knighton, this is basically what they're saying. They're saying before Erriyon Knighton even came along, before Erriyon Knighton ever even thought about probably even using drugs, before Erriyon Knighton had even probably even started running track, people had already been using Trembolone, and people try to come along and be like, hey, it's in the meat, it's in the meat, it's in the meat. And that would be an excuse that they would try to use. The only problem is they were already hip to the game. Just like in a criminal context, once you got criminals who've already established a pattern of behavior, it becomes very easy for the police in the future to detect those types of crimes. Follow the paper trail. So it was very easy for them to bust this dude. This wasn't even something they probably even had to think about. They was like, oh, okay, the usual suspects. Oh, what's the excuse this time? Contaminated burrito, contaminated water, having sex with your wife, drinking beer? No, Trembolone, oxtail. Oh, okay. They knew how to handle it. They knew exactly. They knew exactly what time it is. So that's the only thing it is. That's all it is. So in the end, was it worth it? I'm gonna tell you how he could have got away with this, y'all. Don't answer the door. If you know you're cycling or you know you're microdosing and the people pop up for a drug test, don't answer the door. Otherwise, you'll lose everything. Because in the end, this was the corporate arbitration's ruling. They said the appeal filed by World Athletics against Erriyon Knighton with respect to the decision rendered by the New Era Arbitration Tribunal is partially upheld. The appeal filed by World Anti-Doping, WADA, against Erriyon Knighton is partially upheld. The decision rendered by New Era Arbitration Tribunal is set aside. Yes, this is the ninja that blame oxtails. Mr. Erriyon Knighton is sanctioned with a 4-year period of ineligibility, starting on the date of notification of the present award. The period of provisional suspension served by Knighton from April 12, 2024 to June 2024 shall be credited against the 4-year period of ineligibility to be served. Mr. Erriyon Knighton's competition results from March 26 to April 12 are disqualified, with all resulting consequences, including forfeiture of any medals, titles, rankings, points, and prizes. So the issue right here is he didn't get because he didn't compete between those times. That 200-meter performance was before that. So he didn't compete between those times. It's kind of ironic because I feel like if you use drugs in March, they should have suspended his qualification for the Olympics too and his performance at the Olympics. I don't get how that works. To me, it doesn't make sense. But it's okay. We're going to leave it alone for now. But with that being said, now that he's banned, because this takes me back to the original thing I was saying. What do we do with his girlfriend now that he's banned? Now that he's banned, how do we take care of his girlfriend? She may be the type that talk just like DJ Sky High Baby, Fred Curly girlfriend. Y'all remember what DJ Sky High Baby said? Let's remember what she said.
I'm just saying, like, I'm just talking about, like, size-wise. You know, I'm just used to a bigger dick. But
it's good enough, right?
I love it.
Okay. That's so funny.
So that's what DJ Sky High Baby said. That's what DJ Sky High Baby said when she had the opportunity to explain what she likes. what she wants out of life. That don't make her a bad person, but at least I can respect her honesty. I can respect her as a woman. I respect her because I know what I'm getting when I deal with her. I know exactly what I'm getting. I know exactly what I'm getting when I deal with her. So I'm not mad about it. I'm not upset about it. But I still want to know how we should get his girlfriend. Get your plumbing license updated. Definitely. You're right. You're right. So, I don't got nothing against Erriyon Knighton beyond. It's not personal. I just wanted to get him banned. I wanted to get him banned. I wanted to get him banned because I felt like he played the sport like he was a hoe anyway. I didn't like the way he moved. I didn't like the way he thought. I didn't like nothing about the dude. And for that reason, I want his girl. I want his girl. Now, some people may call me wrong for it, but I want his girl. I feel like this is prime real estate right now. I want to see how long she's going to ride with him. How long y'all think she's going to ride with him? I don't think too much longer because he's banned. And we know how it go when that money start drying up, how the women start acting crazy on you. Let me see. She looking a little thicker nowadays, so I don't know if she eating good, if there's oxtails, or if those injections she done got too, because it sure looking like it. It sure looking like it. Well, anyway, y'all, this Mr. Hunter, damn, her chest looking big. Yeah, she done got some work done. She out there eating good. Erriyon Knighton taking good care of her, man. She got her a sucker. But we'll see how long this lasts. We definitely see how long this lasts. Yeah, she done got a few injections or something. No, she ain't to me. Yeah, you gotta see without no makeup. Her face look burnt from the tans and all that. No, this ain't it, bro. This ain't it. He could have did way better than this. He could have got him a bad black chick, bad Hispanic. He got him a lily white girl. Lily white. This what y'all want to come home to every day? I can't come home to that. Definitely injections. Definitely injections, y'all. But anyway, this Miss 100K a day, I just wanted to come on here and talk about her real quick because I definitely, had to get into her DMs. I had to, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, it ain't no oxtail she been eating. Let me make sure I share with y'all her Facebook profile so y'all can hit her up. Tell her how beautiful she is. Tell her y'all parlay's been hidden. She always looking for a come up, I'm sure. There she is right there. This is her on Facebook. Hit her up. Most definitely. Tell her how beautiful she is. Tell her who Erriyon Knighton really is. Tell him who he really is. If she don't already know. Anyway, y'all. This Mr. 100K a day. 100%. I'm out this joint, y'all. I'ma holler at y'all.